Hey, Adrian here, and it's a Friday, and I'll be meeting up with Gemma White on Sunday and hearing about her story. She certainly sounds like she has a fascinating story, and one of the things that I love doing is getting people's stories. It's the reason why I wrote the first book, From Fear to Freedom, and started the Fear to Freedom project. And I guess, what are we, we're in February now? I can't even remember. So it's been about 2 months since we released in Sydney. It's been about a month since we released in Perth. And it's interesting, I'm the sort of person, I don't know if you can relate, who, if I wait to plan everything out perfectly, just shit never happens. I'm the sort of person who needs to sort of jump in a little bit half-baked, and then I think I like working in organized chaos, is probably the kindest way of saying it. So, and I work a lot based on my intuition. It's something that I've dismissed in the past. I know a lot of other people who strongly rely on intuition. They sort of dismiss it as it's a gut instinct and you can't trust it. You know, you might think that you need to go base more on book smarts or hard figures. And I think those things have their place. But, you know, I started the Fear to Freedom project based on an instinct, which was to fly to Perth to do the interviews. I could easily have stayed in Sydney and done the interviews via Skype or Zoom, and I'm not saying that I won't do those in the future, but I do feel now is the right time to continue this journey with a project. And as I put in a post the other day, it's the Fear to Freedom project was never really supposed to be about mental illness. I'm not saying, or mental health. I'm not saying that's not hugely important, and I'm certainly grateful that it took that path. But as I wrote in the post, I think unless you really have struggled with mental illness in the past yourself, then it's hard for you to relate. And the reason that I called the project the Fear to Freedom project was because I wanted on a more general level to help set people free, and specifically to help set you free from your own limiting beliefs as to what you can achieve, what sort of life you can have, what sort of life you deserve. And I know so many people, and I work almost exclusively with women, so many women who just don't think that they deserve the life that they're trying to envision. So, you know, they're doing vision boards and using the law of attraction to want to try and will this magnificent life into existence. Yet at the same time, they have this little voice inside going, you know, you don't deserve this, or who are you kidding? And it's kind of like someone running through, trying to run as quickly as they can, but they're dragging a weight behind them. Or they're trying to run through quicksand. You know, you might be faster than anyone else, but if I put you on quicksand, you're still not going to be going as forwards as quickly as you'd like. So I feel it's time to start the next chapter, to start the next phase, and to take a slightly different approach, but to build on what the Fear to Freedom project achieved. I mean, I have so many fantastic memories from both the interviewing process, even the creation process of the book, which was painful at times, the short films, and then of course the launch in Sydney and the launch in Perth. So many great memories. And now it's a question of, okay, how do we take this bigger? Or how do I take this bigger and better and help more people and serve people such as yourself more? And I recently have felt that there's a real need for that, because I can see so many people going into the self-help space and the coaching space, and frankly what they're talking is just utter nonsense. They maybe have seen a seminar, gone to one seminar, read a book, and they go, oh man, this is the best thing under the sun, but they have no real skill. I mean, they have great intent, but you know, if I have great intent, I can have all the good intent in the world. If I feed you poison, you're still going to die. So intent matters, and skill matters, and experience matters. So I won't just be writing a book. I'm going to be coming up with ways of serving people who need it most and want that extra leg up. And, you know, I've dismissed myself as, I guess, a life coach in the past, because I kind of think that term is, well, I just don't like that term. But I think that's battling some of my own sort of limiting beliefs as to what a life coach can do. And I'm qualified as a life coach, and I've been doing this stuff. I've been coaching for over 15 years, so I certainly have the experience. And I work with some, again, almost exclusively women, but some women who, you know, have had spouses in jail. I've worked with young women who've had eating disorders that have been so severe they've been institutionalized. I've worked with young girls who've cut themselves, hurt themselves, suffered from bullying, suffered from mental illness, obviously, and I've had great results. and I've just never really focused on it. I've always felt that it's just kind of the thing that I do, you know, almost I'm a professional best friend to a lot of my clients. But I think now it's time to take that gift that I feel that I have and take it to the wider world. So I believe that meeting up with Gemma on Sunday is going to be the start of the next chapter. I don't know what I'm basing that on. As I said, it's gut instinct. I'm actually down here in Kalara at the moment. I just finished shooting a video for my tennis coaching. And, you know, as much as I love tennis coaching, it just doesn't have the same impact teaching someone how to hit a fluffy yellow ball as it does changing someone's life. And that's one of the things that when I was tennis coaching a lot, I would find that I was dealing with people, like with children, helping them deal with their parents' divorce, or helping them through a breakup or the loss of whatever, or feeling that they weren't enough, wanting to lose weight. I've always treated my tennis coaching as being more than just about hitting the ball, which is why I've had many students, you know, for 10 or 15 years in a row. I started with them when they were 4 or 5 and then had them up to when they left year 12. And that's obviously not just about the tennis. So I feel like it's time to start a new chapter, and I don't exactly know where it will go. It is exciting. It's slightly daunting at the same time. As I said, I think it's just, you got to jump in. I think some people can plan it out to the T. I'm not one of those people. And I think I put up a quote the other day by Todd Sampson, who has been on the Gruen show on the ABC and done a few like Reprogram My Brain or Redesign My Brain, which is a great series, by the way. And he said, the path that you carefully plan is the one that you'll never take. And I really feel that that applies here. So I'm excited to see where it goes. I have no idea where it will go, but I guess that we'll see soon enough.